Good morning, everyone. You know her, you love her, and our superstar Dawn Ferrer is with us today to talk about something I think sounds like so much fun. And I think for those of us that might need a little shot of adrenaline in our business, um, she's going to tell us today about her cooking club. So, Dawn, I'm going to give you the floor, and you can just tell us how this all came about, how long you've been doing it, and how you do it.
Okay, let me get my, I don't know what his problem is. No, go outside. Good morning, everybody. I'll give you a quick little overview of how this happened. Several years ago, I found that I had customers that just wanted a little more than just a regular cooking show. So I decided that I was going to do something for customer service for my VIPs, and offer them an opportunity to come to my house for a cooking club. And what that is I pick out a theme and I choose recipes around that theme. I buy the ingredients, I set up stations in my home, and they come and they break into teams and go into the stations, use the products, make the recipes, get to know each other. And then we all eat the recipes and do a little debriefing afterwards, talk about the products they used, talk about the recipes and how they liked them. They always go home with something. It may be a sample. For example, when we did a blender workshop, they all went home with a homemade jam. When we did a deep covered baker workshop, they went home with a recipe book for the deep covered baker. So they always go home with some type of treat as a reminder of what we did at that workshop. But I started as just a random thing. So, I would just every now and then I would pop it out there and say, hey, I'm having a cooking club. Tonight's theme is or next week's theme is going to be all about pumpkins. And I have space for 15 people. The first 15 that sign up, you are on my list. And once we hit 15, I will turn it off just because I can't handle more people than that in my space. It quickly evolved into them wanting more of that because they bonded. They formed friendships with each other. So we began to do it more frequently. Before COVID, I was doing it every month, and they had the schedule for the whole year so they could set those dates aside. During COVID, obviously, I had to kind of put it to a halt, and we have started back slowly. I am doing every other month now instead of every month, but probably will move back into every month next year just because they love it so much. They look forward to it. There are a core group that are here every time. No matter what, they are here. If they have to take the day off work, they are here every single time. And then we usually will have one or two or three new ones that will pop in here and there, depending on the theme. But for me, it began as kind of an idea that other people were sharing that they were charging people for. But I decided that I wanted to work this as a customer service event, and that there would be no charge for it. So there is no charge. I provide the ingredients, I provide the place, and I do try to choose recipes that are not going to cost me an arm and a leg. We typically do 4 to 5 recipes every time that we do it. And again, I set it up in stations. They have all the products, all the ingredients, the recipe. And then when they get here, I allow them to choose which station they want to go to. Usually we'll have 3 or 4 people per station, and they get to choose which recipe they want to work on. So it's been fun. It's a great way to get to know your customers better, again, to provide customer service, to provide a hands-on experience. I do live cooking parties, but mine are not interactive or hands-on. I do a demo style party, and this gives them an opportunity for more of a hands-on approach. I do not do it as a selling opportunity. I do not put out catalogs. I do not talk about buying products. Do people buy? Absolutely. Every single time. Don't I need a catalog? Don't I need something? Oh my gosh, I got to book a party. So does something always come from it? Yes, but that is not the idea. The idea is to truly do something that your customers are going to gain something from, and that you're helping them. You're providing a service to your customers. I have done a couple that were paid. I did a apple pie workshop last fall, and it was when the new pie plate came out, stoneware pie plate. So they bought the pie plate ahead of time. That was their entry fee. I provided the ingredients, and when they got here, their pie plate was here, and I taught them how to make an apple pie from scratch. And they actually got to make it using the products. And then they took their pie home and they could cook it at home and eat it, or they could freeze it and use it at a different time. But that was fun. Every year, their favorite thing is to do the cookie workshop. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that or not, but somebody, Karen, do you know who created it? I cannot remember the
I know
girl's name.
I was, I'm not going to say I created it, but I know I was one of the first ones to do a cookie workshop, you know.
Well, this one is the one that you use sugar cookie dough,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
there's like 25 different flavors of cookies
Mhm.
that you make from sugar cookie dough. And I have the document, so feel free to reach out if you'd like
Okay.
it, or Karen, I can send it to you and you can post it.
Yeah, I think I mean, you could post it if you'd like, but yeah, I think
Okay.
that I think this is a great timing to think about this. And then also to think about, doing, as we're kind of ending up this year, starting it for next year too, and
Yeah.
planning for next year.
But the cookie workshop, they always want to know when that's going to happen.
Mhm.
And that has been a paid event. They purchase a large, the half sheet pan and the small stainless steel scoop.
Okay.
That's their admission in. And then I do have them bring ingredients for that. Everybody brings a roll of sugar cookie dough, and then I assign each person the mix ins for one recipe. So if we have 15 people, we make 15 different flavors of cookies. So when they get here with their dough and their ingredients, they mix up, and then we all go around the room with our scoops and our sheet pan, and we scoop one cookie out of each and then go back around until we've used all the dough. So they go home with a half sheet pan full of dough balls of
Oh
different
my God, I've
flavors.
not heard of this
You
before.
haven't heard of it?
No.
Oh, it's so much fun. So they go home with a sheet pan, half sheet pan full of different flavors of dough balls, and they can freeze them and then throw them in a Ziploc bag and pull them out and use them. And it's funny because some of them bring little sticky notes and they label the flavor of each ball on their sheet. And some people love the mystery of it. They will throw them all in one bag once they're frozen, and it's like mystery cookie flavor. And the
Wow.
funniest thing, I did this for a group of older ladies at church. They had heard about it and they said, Dawn, would you come do this for our circle? Well, these women had been baking for years, home baked goods. And when I sent it out, I think they all were kind of rolling their eyes like, who in the world would use bought sugar cookie dough to make cookies? Those ladies still make these cookie recipes. They loved it. It was so much fun. And there's some really interesting, like there's a chai recipe, a chai cookie that uses cardamom. Um, there are some really interesting recipes, and they are delicious, and it's super, super simple. So if you're looking for something for the holidays, that one is a huge hit every single time.
I even think that sounds like a great a cookie workshop to do at any time of the year, really.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
we usually do it at Christmas, but you could do, I've not done a charcuterie board, but that would be fun, that you have them purchase either the Lazy Susan or the pizza peel, and then have everybody bring one thing for the charcuterie board, and then everybody gets to make a charcuterie board to take home. So they kind of learn some of those techniques. So the possibilities are endless of things that you can do. I've done a deep covered baker workshop. I've done an air fryer workshop. I've done a blender workshop. What else have I done? We used the grill and griddle and did a workshop on that. So they got to make waffles, they got to grill meat, they got to make paninis. So really you can pick any product and do a workshop completely around that product. And I have to say, when we did the air fryer workshop, people came in and were like, I don't need an air fryer. Not interested. I don't need an air fryer. Got an air fryer. I don't need a Pampered Chef air fryer. I think everybody there either booked a party or bought an air fryer.
Wow.
They
So
were just wowed.
so tell me how you do that with, I mean, you only have one air fryer to use.
So a lot of times what I will do is just have some ideas together,
Mhm.
or I will borrow an extra one. So at least I have two, and maybe we'll kind of shift around in groups. This group will do the prep work while this one's using the air fryer, and then they'll switch places. So you plan your menu so that you can share
I
in
get
those products.
I get you. I
Yep.
just love it. I just love it. I think it might even be, we could put our heads together and come across an idea every month.
Yep. Yep, I
So
know I always do, like in October, I do pumpkin.
I
So
love it.
all the recipes that we make have pumpkin in them.
Mhm.
Um, so I mean, you can do that. Truly, the possibilities are endless. You can do a Mexican fiesta, and then each group's making a different recipe in that.
Love it. Well done. Anything else you can think that people need to know? Just
I think the main thing is you do have to decide um, how often you want to do it, and set a schedule, because people appreciate knowing that they can count on you.
yeah,
So if you have that schedule and you say, okay, we're going to do it every other month, and I give them the dates for the whole year up front, so they can put them on their calendar. Secondly, you have to decide how many people your space can handle. Did a freezer meal workshop one time, and I couldn't say no. We had 25 people, and it was utter chaos. I actually had one customer who does not like crowds, but she really wanted to come, and she ended up leaving. She said, "Donna, I'm so sorry." She said, I cannot take this." My mom came one night and she said, "I don't do chaos. It is organized chaos, but it is, you've got a lot of moving parts, and I've got people all over my living room, my dining room, my kitchen. So that can be hard, and you just have to know that up front and kind of decide, start small and let it grow. That's easier than starting big and having to cut back.
yeah.
So
No.
decide your number,
Mhm.
and then just have fun with it.
That's
Just
you
enjoy.
do you like try to do like an appetizer and a like main dish and a dessert kind of thing and then work around that? Okay.
Yep. Yep. I usually do that. Like last month we did new recipes.
Oh,
So
okay.
everybody went home with a new catalog and a new season's best, because I always know that they like that. And all the recipes we made were from the season's best.
I would like to schedule one for this month, and that's a really great idea to send them home with a new catalog and a new season's best. So
Yeah, that just makes them feel special,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and that's what we want. We want them to feel special,
Mhm,
and that we appreciate them, and we want to go the extra mile
mhm.
for them.
This is a great idea for somebody like me or somebody new with Pampered Chef who is trying to build and invite open up your home. If one person shows up, it's great. And if you get a couple people coming and have them bring a friend. And I just there's so many
Hush,
ways that this will work. So many ways that this will work. So
you
he's
are being rude.
the cutest little dog. There's Graham.
Hey, good morning.
Say,
Good
did you
morning.
get
I'm just like a child. I don't like the attention away from me.
did you get any braces yet, Graham?
He doesn't have enough teeth to put
Oh,
braces on him.
I
He's
know mine
losing his teeth.
mine are that way too. Well,
Yeah.
Dawn, thank you so much for taking time. I know I'm excited about doing this, and I know that you've inspired everyone else to do it too.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. And don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions, anybody.
Great, and please be sure to share the cookie sheet.
Okay, good. You want me to go ahead and share it right in Joe Pack?
That'd be great.
Okay,
All right,
great.
hon. Thanks
Thank
a lot. Have a
you.
great day.
Have a good one. You too. Bye.
Bye.